I always thought that, I will, at the most, I will be one character actor somewhere, and that is it. This is what I'll get. That time, I think Manoj Bajpayee just disappeared. As an actor, you have to have your skill set ready to to deal with both the characters, with equal measure. It will be much more cheaper than the big films which is showing. There's only one thing that can really what do you call, dissuade me or break me is that Almighty.
Yeah. Hi, this is Sheetal. You are watching Pinkvilla. I'm in a conversation with one of the greatest actors of all time, the one and only Manoj Bajpayee, sir. So welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you, thank you.
I want to start off by telling you that firstly, it's such an honor for me to have a chat with you because I've loved your work in all the movies. Plus, I saw Joram. I love the storyline, but your performance was just beyond brilliant, sir. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. You just made my day. Let's do the interview now.
So I want to start off by asking you, when this role was offered to you, what was your first thought? What was your first reaction like?
The first thought was, I will definitely going to do it, but not before Devashish really assures me that the baby will be taken well care of, because every time I was. More I was going into the pages of the script, more I was getting concerned about the baby. And I knew that this is what audience is going to feel. And this is exactly what is happening. Whoever has seen the film, it worked as a thriller, but also as an emotional thriller for them. Yeah. Survival thriller, emotion, because there's so much, they get so attached with the baby and my character Dasru, that they are always scared as to what will happen next. Yeah. Something bad will happen or not happen, so they are in that turmoil, all the time. And it's good, because when you are watching this kind of a thriller, if you are going through your own emotion, then somewhere we actually succeeded as creative people.
Yeah, that is so true. This is that hook that is there, right. And people just want to keep watching, right? Yeah. While you say this, I want to ask that while I've seen the movie, there are so many intense scenes, right? Do you think that there is one particular scene that has stayed with you and वो आपको हमेशा याद रहेगा? Any scene like that?
एक scene है उसमें, जब मुंबई शहर में जब वो अपनी वापस जाता है, पुलिस से बचता हुआ अपने वापस से अपने शैंटी में जाता है कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट पे, तो दरवाजे के उस तरफ से एक औरत उसको उसका बच्चा देती है, और वो बच्चे को वो लपेटता है, और फिर वो उसको एक दूध देती है, दूध का बॉटल. एंड दैट टाइम आई थिंक मनोज बाजपेयी जस्ट डिसअपियर्ड. वो जो पूरा शॉट है, वो वहाँ पर मनोज बाजपेयी बिल्कुल नहीं था. इसीलिए मुझे याद है कि वो दिमाग में मेरे रह गया, क्योंकि और भी बहुत सारी जगह था, बट वहाँ पे एक पर्टिकुलर सीन जो हमेशा याद रह गया. मुझे बिल्कुल पता ही नहीं चला कि मैं वहाँ पे था एज अ पर्सन. It was only the character who was standing there.
Right. Sir, ऐसे जब आप characters play करते हो ना, especially दासरू का character, what is the prep like? Preparation कैसा होता है?
बहुत intense. But 2016 में मैंने ये कहानी, ये स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी थी, और उस समय से जो है देवाशीष के साथ बहुत सारी बातें हुई. फिर बाद में देवाशीष ने उसका पूरा नोट्स भी भेजा, फिर बैक स्टोरी उसने खुद ही बना के भेज दी मुझे, तो इससे मुझे बहुत हेल्प हो गई. फिर मुझे खुद बैक स्टोरी क्रिएट नहीं करनी पड़ी. आई जस्ट हैड टू गो थ्रू इट इन माई लेजर टाइम, एंड फिल्म हैपन मच लेटर. ओके, बट तब तक जो है बहुत सारे नोट्स मेरे दिमाग में बन चुके थे, एंड आई वॉज प्रिपेयर टू गेट इन टू द जोन ऑफ इट. फिर इट टुक मी अराउंड 20 days to really prepare with a lot of intensity, and then attend his workshop before going for the shoot. But once I was there, you will not believe that before this I was shooting for Gulmohar, okay, and that character is coming from privileged class.
Yeah.
We are talking about those people, their interpersonal relationship, and here I'm playing a character coming from other extreme. So that's my achievement. My Gulmohar is already released. It got so much of praise and admiration from people, and it has won so many awards. But my achievement is that, you know, one strata to another.
Yeah.
And then as an actor, you have to have your skill set ready to, you know, to deal with both the characters, you know, with equal measure.
Yeah, I think that transition is so well done that कभी-कभी हैरान हो जाते हैं कि, you know, गुलमोहर जैसे आपने बोला और फिर सिर्फ एक बंदा काफी है मी, वहाँ से ये वाला role, right? So the transition has been amazing. While I say this, it's also your third collaboration with the director, right? So how has that journey been working with him?
We understand very well, and we don't need to talk too much to each other to convince. Somehow we are of the same opinion about so many things in the world and about the society. Our ideas are very similar, and he's an ideal director for me, the kind of director that I look for to work with. He's someone whose films are maybe, you know, very intense, but they are engaging. You know, they don't bore you. They don't let you go.
Yeah.
You know, he's keeping his audience with his film, with his story, and he's very much aware about it.
True, and that is so very evident in the movie as well, right? Talking about you, sir, from Bandit Queen to now Joram, did you ever think that you're going to have such a long journey, and what's the way forward?
Never thought. Never thought. Nothing. I always thought that, you know, I will, at the most, I will be one character actor somewhere, and that is it. This is what I'll get. But, you know, things were good sometimes, but things were not so good sometimes. What was always very important for me, to keep working on myself and keep improving on myself. There was nothing else that I was ever worried about. There was sometime there was a lot of money in the bank. Sometime it was almost, you know, empty. But those things were not detrimental to me. What was important that I get up in the morning and call few of the directors that I wanted to work with. And Devashish or Apur Singh Karki of Banda or Rahul Chitela of Gulmohar. All of these people are the result of that search of my kind of director.
Yeah. You know, when you've played such distinctive roles over so many years, I know it's going to be a very tough question, but what has been the most challenging role ever for you?
Most challenging was Gali Guliyan,
Okay.
you know, by far. Then and also Budhia Singh, and both the films went, you know, that they are quite, you know, not so noticed. I always say that, you know, just go ahead and watch Gali Guliyan on Amazon and Budhia Singh on Netflix, and find out why I'm saying that those films were my best performances, and they will always be very close to my heart.
Yeah. You know, when I saw the movie Joram, I felt that apart from the storyline and everything, it gives a very nice message that shows about human resilience, right? तो आपके जिंदगी में ऐसा कोई roadblock आया है and you've overcome it or you've learned from it?
Resilience तो मेरा बहुत ही strong रहा है. I always say that there is only one thing that can really what do you call, dissuade me or, you know, break me, is that Almighty. A man or a circumstance cannot break me. You know, I always say that. Because I'm very stubborn. Even in my worst time, I never felt I was broken. The will to fight become more intense. That's the kind of person I am. I don't surrender
too fast.
I don't even surrender. No, I don't surrender. That idea doesn't even cross my mind.
You know, on a lighter note, I want to ask you, how was it working with the baby? I'm guessing the baby was 3.5 months old, right? किसका schedule बहुत hectic था, आपका या baby का?
Baby का mood के हिसाब से shooting होती थी. Baby का mood, sometime, you know, if she's in a crying mood, we really had to wait for her to calm down. Or if she's laughing and she's not required to, you know, smile, then we had to wait. And sometimes she's really giving, great expression, which is really going beyond what is needed. then everybody had to rush and just be at it while the baby is in the good mood. So yeah, I mean, when you're working with little ones, you can't force them to do anything. It's something they decide. They determine everything about the shoot.
True. I can vouch for the fact that there are so many reasons why you need to watch this movie. But if I had to ask you, lastly, आप 3 reasons बता दो हमारे audience को कि why they need to watch this movie.
First, it's a great film. Yeah. And you all look for great films, fantastic films to watch, which is worth your money. Go ahead and watch this film. Secondly, my character is something that you have never seen me playing before. It's going to be a very unique experience for you. And also, the world that Devashish Makhija is showing in this film, this world you have never experienced or seen before. So there are 3 things, and which is enough for you to just go buy the ticket and watch the film. 4th reason, it will be much more cheaper than the big films which is showing.
True. Thank you so much for a lovely conversation, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee, and you are watching me on Pinkvilla.